This is just a quick update to our Tekkit world since the last visit. We've upgraded our battery storage. This would hold 600,000 energy units. This one holds 1,000,000 energy units. As we recall, last time we were looking at the energy condenser, how we can dump pretty much anything into it, and it'll take the energy and turn it into whatever is in that slot. The basic idea being every item in the game, naturally occurring item in the game, has an EMC value. For example, diamond being over 8,000, wood being 32, simple cobblestone being 1, as with sand, so it takes 8,000 cobblestone to make 1 diamond. Usually what we're doing is taking the materials from our quarry, or 2 quarries which are coming in here, going into this crystal chest, which is sort of neat. You can see whatever's inside. So usually it's taking that and pumping that directly into our energy condenser. Right now we're using it into our recyclers, which has a chance every time it recycles an item, draws it out of the 2 of them right now, puts it in the chest, and is making scrap. The scrap is piped underground. There's pipes running underneath the ground, and they're going into our mass fabricator, which when it's on, is creating this UU matter. The UU matter can be used in advanced crafting to make what I'm wearing right now, which is my quantum suit, which is basic invulnerability. You can swim through lava, you can fall from the top of the map, you can pretty much be hit by anything and nothing happens. Now, what we've done with this basic energy condenser, I'll show you. We've put it up on the roof, rather than relying on a quarry to fill that, and I've partially uncovered it, is to build a number of these items. And I've just temporarily uncovered them. They're dependent upon light. So I've just temporarily uncovered them. I'll recover them with glowstone, so that even in the dark they're always running. And in the center of all of those is another one of those chests. So if we go back in the house, those energy relays, which are also circling 4 other units called antimatter relays. The energy relays take energy, basically solar energy from the sun, turn it into energy, transfer it to the antimatter relays, and this is another one of those chests which you can access from underneath, and that's how quickly the energy is running up. So in other words, every couple seconds, that's the EMC, 8,000 makes a diamond, so within 30 seconds we have enough energy to make a diamond every couple seconds. Right now we're creating dark matter, which is one of the most expensive items in the game, with an EMC value of 139,000. So for example, we could remove 1 dark matter, move it over to our energy condenser, just put it in there, and it makes 17 diamonds just like that. So at this stage in the game, we pretty much have and can make anything we want. Right now, I said everything's going to the recyclers. We have made a red matter furnace, to show you how quickly it operates, which is being operated by another set of these units. This is the energy collector, and the antimatter relay conducts energy directly into the furnace. So for example, I'll show you how quickly that furnace works. We'll take some iron ingots, put it in here, and just like that, it's converting them to refined iron. It also works that fast with things like dust as well. We've built up some of the ores in the chest. You turn on that, it'll be drawn out of the pipes. Always need a wood transport pipe to be powered by a pump to initially pull it out. Have a gold pipe there, the purpose of which you'll see in a second. Goes through there and speeds it up. This pipe here, drawing it into the macerator. Upgraded the macerator as well, so it macerates really quickly. Every ore turning into 2 dusts. The dusts then being fed into the red matter furnace, and just like that, as soon as they get there, those dusts will be refined into bars, which will go right into the chest here, and we can organize it automatically any way we like. For example, we've also found uranium, which we've compressed, using our compressor to make refine uranium, our next step will be to create a nuclear reactor, which we have to build quite away from the home, because if it fails, it will basically destroy the home and all of the land around it for quite some distance. After a quick break to turn it today, I'll show you some of the other things we've built. Firstly, there's some interdiction torches. They cost 3 diamonds, they're fairly expensive, but what they do is no hostile mob can come within 5 blocks of it, so we've built a circle of these around the house to prevent any mobs from coming, particularly creepers, coming to our house and destroying it. The other thing I built is our special ring called the Swift Wolf's Rendering Gale. The purpose of that being, if it's in your hotbar, it enables you to fly. So we can see some of the other stuff we're building. Someone here has pumped some lava through these waterproof tubes into some storage tanks here. Someone has pumped some oil from quite a ways away here, looks like, holding in these storage tanks. And it looks like it's also then these are refineries being pumped into these storage tanks as fuel, which can be used to power efficient engines like a combustion engine. We don't tend to use combustion engines very much, as if they overheat, they explode quite spectacularly. You can see the leftovers of our previous quarries, and just for example, to show you, turn off my flight, and can go swimming through the lava if I want. And I burn, but I really don't take any damage. So if I want to escape, simply fly up with the ring. So those are our old abandoned quarries. Current ones are operating right now over here. This one is building and taking, you can see it's going to pick up some ores. This one is powered by some solar panels and an energy link, so that it basically will run non-stop. And during the night, when the solar panels aren't picking up energy, we have one of those batteries here holding 600,000 energy. The other current quarry, right over here, is still running. And you can see it'll go through pretty much anything. So right now, it's underneath the water. The benefit of the quantum suit is that it allows you to breathe underwater. You see the quarry looks like it's run into one of our old mines here. And that was the quantum suit there. The bubbles actually go down, and then they just eventually refill themselves. So I can breathe underwater. With the ring I can fly. The quarry is basically filled with water as it intersected a river or a stream or a water source, so it fills up, but it has no effect on the quarry. Quarry will continue to dig basically until it reaches bedrock. I'll show quickly over here where we were collecting some new oil. There was a hope that we'd found a really good oil source. What this over here is a basic oil pump. So it was up from the pump there, through all the water pipes. Unfortunately, the water source ran out fairly quickly. So that is a basic update with what we've been doing. The last thing I did is built this nano sword. And I'll show you one other item as well. It's a little bit glitchy, but when it's powered, it's actually a powered sword. Draws energy from a battery I have or from any other fuel source, and it's basically a one-hit kill on anyone who's not wearing high-end armor or any mob as well. The other thing I have built, in my inventory, I have this mining laser. Now in terms of the flight, that's controlled by this, which stores energy, has a very high EMC cost. In fact, it's worth more just to build this than one of those dark matter pieces. What I have here is a mining laser. A single click. And I can toggle it by pushing the M button. Which I'll figure out in a second. So the basic mode, now that I figured out, first mining, general mining. I should actually fly away a little bit away from here before I actually end up accidentally destroying somebody's property. here again. Basic mining. Then you had various different modes. A low focus mode, a long range mode, horizontal, superheat, which will allow us, I believe, to automatically smelt most ores. That's ruby, so that won't work. Scatter shot, we have to be careful, we're pointing away from things. Fairly quickly, handy for quickly mining. And the last one being explosive mode. I'm going to establish a mine quickly. This would be the way to do it. And again, I can put it on feet, really doesn't matter because of the quantum armor. And that's a quick recap of what we've been doing. Other thing I built in my inventory, I have this mining laser. Now in terms of the flight, that's controlled by this, which stores energy, has a very high EMC cost. In fact, it's worth more just to build this than one of those dark matter pieces. What I have here is a mining laser. Single click. And I can toggle it by pushing the M button. Which I'll figure out in a second. So the basic mode, now that I figured out, first mining, general mining. I should actually fly away a little bit away from here before I actually end up accidentally destroying somebody's property. So I can fly over here again. Basic mining. Then you had various different modes. A low focus mode, a long range mode, horizontal, superheat, which will allow us, I believe, to automatically smelt most ores. That's ruby, so that won't work. Scatter shot, we have to be careful, we're pointing away from things. Fairly quickly, handy for quickly mining. And the last one being explosive mode. I'm going to establish a mine quickly. This would be the way to do it. And again, I can put it on feet, really doesn't matter because of the quantum armor. And that's a quick recap of what we've been doing. So the basic mode, now that I figured out, first mining, general mining. I should actually fly away a little bit away from here before I actually end up accidentally destroying somebody's property. So I can fly over here again. Basic mining. Then you had various different modes. A low focus mode, a long range mode, horizontal, superheat, which will allow us, I believe, to automatically smelt most ores. That's ruby, so that won't work. Scatter shot, we have to be careful, we're pointing away from things. Fairly quickly, handy for quickly mining. And the last one being explosive mode. Establish a mine quickly. This would be the way to do it. And again, I can put it on feet, really doesn't matter because of the quantum armor. And that's a quick recap of what we've been doing.